Are you struggling to scale your real estate business? Are you drowning in paperwork, follow-ups, and a bunch of busy work? You don't need to do it all yourself. In this video, I'm going to show you how to hire, train, and leverage virtual assistants and free up your time so you can explode your portfolio, even if you've never even managed a team before. So stick around because I'm going to give you the exact system that I use inside my seven-figure operation. Before we go over this, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and share this with people who are looking to scale their businesses as well. So let's start with the obvious. You can't scale alone. If you're cold calling, if you're running your own comps, if you're coordinating maintenance, if you're managing tenants, if you're doing your own books, and you're trying to grow your business, you're not building a company, you're building handcuffs. Hey, I get it. You want it all to be done your way. Trust me, after 35 years in the military, I understand that. You want to control quality. But let me ask you something. Are you making $100 an hour decisions or are you doing $10 an hour tasks? Because that's the mindset shift. That's where growth is really going to. When I brought on my first VA, I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I was going to burn out. So fast forward today, and here are some of the things that my VAs do. They handle my lead generation. They scrub and update my CRM. They coordinate maintenance and vendors. They manage my QuickBooks. They help onboard tenants and support property management. And I promise you this, if you stick around till later on, I'm going to show you exactly how to train your VA in, no kidding, under 7 days without any micromanagement required at all. Now, let me give you a fast track here. Where do you find great real estate VAs? Because they're not all created equal, and you need industry-trained help. Now, there are a lot of different companies, and you can choose whatever one you want, but I personally use REVA Global because they specialize in VA, trained for real estate investors. That's why it's called REVA, Real Estate VA. These aren't just general assistants. They know how to skip trace. They understand lead intake. They have follow-up systems. They understand the most popular CRMs and can manage those tools. They can help you with transaction coordination. REVA screens and trains all of their VAs before you even meet them. So instead of spending weeks onboarding someone who's never even seen a lease before, you're going to start with someone who's already up to speed. You want to go solo on this? That's fine. Try things like online jobs or Upwork or Fiverr, but just know that you're going to need to train them from scratch, and that's potentially going to slow you down. And trust me, I've hired people using that process, and it's bit me in the butt more times than I care to say. But here are some supporting keywords. So coming up next, I'm going to break down exactly what you need to outsource your VA, even if you think you're not ready. And believe me, hire before you need it, not after. So here's what you're going to delegate first. Before you hand over your keys and your credit cards and your Chase bank account, start small. And here are the 5 first tasks that I really recommend you give your VA. First is the lead gen. Let them pull the list. Let them do the skip tracing. Let them make the calls. CRM maintenance, updating your notes, your statuses, and your follow-up reminders, and then transactions coordination. So while you're being the face of the company, let them handle all the paperwork and all the scheduling reminders for you. Let them pull your statements, categorize your expenses, and track your income. Basically, let them be a bookkeeper. They can do your maintenance coordination for you. Let them log the work orders. Let them follow up with the tenants and the vendors and the contractors. Also, have an executive assistant. Let them answer your phones, check your email. Let them book your calendar and make sure that you're not overwhelmed. Why? Because they're repetitive, they're easy to systemize, and they'll free up your brain to focus on bigger things, analysis and growth. And then here's the other thing. Record yourself doing the task once. You can use Loom or you can use 𝐒𝐤𝐷.com and then give those things to your VA. And now you've got training on autopilot. But here's where most people get it wrong and why your VAs fail. It's usually not their fault. It's ours. But that's what we're diving into now. So let's talk about how you train your VA without actually becoming a babysitter. You don't need to micromanage to run a great team. You just don't. In fact, I found that it's exactly the opposite. Tell them what to do, let them figure out how to do it. But here's my system. If you document everything, create SOP templates, scripts, and you record your screen using tools like 𝐒𝐤𝐷 or Loom or Zoom, you can do daily check-ins for the first week, and you're going to micromanage during that period of time, no kidding. Then you start creating those weekly KPIs. How many calls have they made? How many leads have they generated? How many tasks have they completed? Then you start to loosen up a little bit. You can use something like Asana or ClickUp to assign them tasks and then track their workflows. You can coordinate through Notion. That works too. But the big thing is here, set the expectation that mistakes are going to happen. And what matters most is how they respond and improve. Start with one main area. Let them own it. Give them feedback. When they nail it, tell them they did, and then move on to the next task. Now, if you're using Upwork, you're on your own. But if you're using REVA or some other company like that, you're going to get support and you're going to get oversight from their team. So you're never alone. My assistant is using Buildium. She had never used it before, but because they had a great back office program, she was able to hook up with somebody. So let's talk about the number one mindset that's going to separate the VA success stories from your total burnout. And there's the big one. You've got to think more like a CEO and not a solopreneur. The biggest difference between a hobbyist and a business owner is leverage and delegation. Real estate is a team sport, and VAs, basketball analogy, are the sixth man. Okay? They're your bench strength. So when you treat your business like a system and you create repeatable tasks and you delegate workflows and you make data-driven decisions, you can stop hustling and start scaling. Your job here is to make the highest value decisions. So you can see if there's a new market you want to invest in. See if there's a better financing process to use. Figure out what deals are good to pursue and what not. Just do the back-end math. Everything else, delegate it. Your V can and should run your back end like clockwork. That's how I went from working in my business to working on it. No kidding. Today, I was actually kind of bored. That's a good thing. And when you're ready to build a real system, that's what I teach to people through Enlisted to Entrepreneur. And then you're ready to build a system. And that's what I teach you through Enlisted to Entrepreneur on our scaling process. But here's the fastest way to get started. You could spend the next 3 months figuring this all out for yourself, or you can do what I did and just partner with a system. It's really going to cut your training time in half. So as always, here's your next step checklist. Go check out the website, REVA Global, book a discovery call with them, then identify 3 tasks that you want off your plate this week. Then go ahead and create that video walking through each one, and then you can hire a VA with REVA or find one on your own, and then set up a weekly check-in system. We use the EOS level 10 model. And if you want help with all of this, the training, the systems, the scripts, the accountability, do me a favor. Just go to 𝐓𝐢𝐦𝐻𝐿.com, go ahead and book a strategy session. I'd be more than happy to walk you through it for free. Enlisted to Entrepreneur is built for veterans and first responders who want to build real wealth without burning out. So go ahead and book your call, and I'm going to help you fund and structure your deals, analyze those deals with tools like I use FlipperForce, or you can use other calculators too. I'm going to help you hire and manage your VAs. If it's with REVA Global, great. And then we can help you scale your business and become a CEO and stop being a solopreneur. And if you're still not sure whether or not you're ready for a VA, just wait until you hear this one. When you think you're not ready, you probably are. I hear it all the time. I'll hire a VA once. I'll hire a VA once I have more deals. Here's another one. I'll bring in someone after I make more money. That's backwards. You need to bring on help so that you can do more deals. You need to delegate tasks so you can make more money. Your first VA doesn't need to be full-time. Start with half-time if you want, or hire one for 10 hours a week. That's 10 hours of your life back. Use that time to call lenders, to call agents, to walk properties, to make offers, to build relationships, because that is where the real value is. Waiting until you're ready is just fear talking. So let's take the first step. Okay, so if any of this information helps you out at all, or any of the previous videos, do me a favor. If you see what's possible with VAs, smash the like button, subscribe, smash the like button, subscribe if you're ready to level up, and then comment below. What's the first task that you would delegate to a VA? And if you want me to help you build your back end, training your VA, and grow your real estate business the right way, click the link, go to 𝐓𝐢𝐻𝐿.com, go to 𝐓𝐢𝐻𝐿.com, set up a strategy session. Let's talk about the Enlisted to Entrepreneur process. It's not a sales pitch. I just want to help you get started in real estate. Until the next video, aim high.